Why Lagos does not belong to Yorubas, says Obariwan Akiolu. Obariwan Akiolu has claimed that Lagos State is not part of Yoruba land. Akiolu's statement is coming barely a week after he publicly humiliated the Ooni of Ife, Obadeye Ogunwusi, at an event. In a statement from Akiolu's palace, the monarch traced the historical background of the state and why it should not be regarded as part of Yoruba land. The statement reads, "Coming from the palace, with what I was told by my late paternal grandmother, who is a descendant of Oba Ovunrowawe Nogbasi, and also reading from factual historical books, let me share this knowledge with you all on Eko and Lagos. Modern-day Lagos was founded by Prince Ado, the son of the Oba of Benin. Prince Ado was the first Oba of Lagos, the son of the Benin king. Prince Ado named the town Eko until the Portuguese explorer Rui de Segura changed the maritime town to Lagos, which at that time, from 1942, was Portuguese expedition center down the African coast. It was a major center of the slave trade until 1851. Lagos was annexed by Britain via the Lagos Treaty of Cession in 1861, ending the consular period and starting the British colonial period. The remainder of modern-day Nigeria was seized in 1886 when the colony and protectorate of Nigeria was established in 1914. Lagos was declared its capital due to the struggle of the Benin king. Lagos experienced growth prior to the British colonial rule and even more rapid growth during the colonial rule throughout the 1960s, 70s, continued through the 80s and 90s to date. Thanks to the Aworis, Benis, Yorubas migrants across the nation and world at large, as no particular group of people can take the glory alone. Lagos is made up of lagoons and creeks: the Lagos Lagoon, Lagos Harbour, Five Crown Creeks, Ebute Metta Creeks, Porto-Novo Creeks, New Canal, Badagry Creeks, Kuramo Waters, and Lighthouse Creeks. The Aworis and Benis are known to be the first settlers of the Eko land. The Aworis are speakers of a distinct dialect close to that of the Yoruba language, which with a rich Benin mixture. Traditionally, Aworis were found in Ile-Ife. They were known to be the Benis who followed their self-exiled prince, the first son of the Ogisu, now called Oba of Benin Kingdom, whose stepmother was after his death, after his head. The exiled Benin prince Izodua, known to the Yorubas as Odudua, was made ruler of the Ife people due to his powers and followers from the great Benin kingdom. Izodua was made the first king of Ile-Ife in 2030 AD. His followers from his father's kingdom in Benin are the today's Awori people who settled in the code now called Lagos. In the 1300, the king of Benin Empire heard from one of his traders who was a settler in Eko on how the Benis were treated by the Aworis who lived in their area. Upon hearing this, the king of Benin commanded the assembly of a war expedition led by his son Prince Ado, which headed the settlements of the Aworis and demanded explanation. On arriving Eko, Prince Ado and his army were more than received. The Aworis asked the Benin prince to stay and become their leader. Ado agreed on the condition that they surrendered their sovereignty to the Oba of Benin, to which the people agreed. Hearing this, the king of Benin gave his permission for Prince Ado and the expedition to remain in Eko. The Oba of Benin sent some of his chiefs, including the Eletu, Odibo, Obanikoro, and others to assist his son, Oba Ado, in the running of Eko. From the crowning of Prince Ado as the first Oba of Lagos, then called Eko, Lagos served as a major center for slave trade, from which the Aworis, the Oba of Benin, and the son, the Oba of Lagos, and all the children and descendants who took over as his successors for over 4 centuries supported the trade. The Oba of Benin was the head of the Benin Empire, which are the present-day Western, Southern, and Eastern modern-day Nigeria. The king never obliged anyone to speak the Benin language, as he believed everyone was entitled to their own choice of language. The name Eko was given to it by the first king of Lagos, Obado, the young and vibrant prince from Benin. Eko was the land now known as Lagos Island, where the King Palace was built. The palace is called Idu Garan, meaning palace built on pepper farm. Obado and the warriors from Benin, together with the early Benin settlers in Eko and the Awori people, settled in the southern parts of Eko called Isaleko. Isale literally means bottom, must have been used to indicate downtown, as in downtown Lagos. Until the coming of the Benin's 1300 AD, Lagos' geographical boundary was Lagos mainland, Lagos Island. The seat of the Oba of Lagos then consisted of a pepper farm and fishing post. No one was living there. About 1450 AD, some Yorubas who hailed from Isheri in Ogun State and Ikiti were allowed by the king to settle in Eko during a war. They came in a very large numbers, thereby surpassing the numbers of the Aworis and Benins. Hence, Yorubas claim to own Eko due to their numbers. Obadu fell in love with a beautiful woman whose father was Awori and mother a daughter to one of the chief. They had two sons and also a daughter, Erelu Kuti, who begot Ologun Kutere, who later became king. Wow. So guys, in my opinion, if anything to go by with what the Oba of Lagos has said, I think it should be well documented, because there are a lot of I don't know how to put it, a lot of disbelief in most of all this history, because the reason why we always tend to not to believe some things is that a lot of things were not really documented. You can even imagine what happened during that time. They could really trace to that level, but even recently, let's say even 30 years, 40 years back, a lot of stories, a lot of things that happened, people cannot really articulate them very well, and that's why you see a lot of things flying here and there. So in my opinion, I think it should be well documented, since it's coming from him being a king. Maybe I believe he knows better, but it should be well documented and look thoroughly and be documented very well, because if historians, they can really look at this whole thing. There are some people who still know the real thing, but just that because they are not always documented, you see that everything will just be flying here and there. So that is just my own opinion. Someone says here that I can see Akinyolu is insane. Okay, let me tell you, Eweka, the first of a Oromiyan son and grandson of Oduduwa. So what nonsense are you saying? And even before Prince Ado came to Lagos, Yorubas from every part of Yoruba land live and reside in Lagos, where you are a Ibadan man and you don't belong to the throne. So you should say nonsense. So forget any business deal that may have caused misunderstanding between you and the Oni before he became king. Oni is your royal father, so respect him, Akiolu. And someone disagrees with this person, says this is the truth about Lagos. If you don't know, you don't know. Go study your history. Kabiyesi is say rubbish history when everybody knew Aworis are the original landowner of Lagos from Ile-Ife, meaning Lagos state belonged to all Yorubas. Even Oduduwa, who gave Olofin, leader of Awori, permission and royal crown with a port of migrate south, purposely saw how Yorubas landscape will expand. Anyhow, like see, respect our Oba Akiolu. Someone says Benin is part of a Yoruba land, so Lagos State is Yoruba State. I am not, I will not blame Oba Akiolu, I blame Jagaban, who made you as Oba of Lagos, and you are free to say anything you like. And someone say, you got it, this man is never a king, he will soon be removed. Like seriously? Something is wrong with this man. Akiolu should be should should then vacate the seat and allow Benin monarch to install the legitimate Oba of Lagos as soon as possible. Someone say it's okay. When they told them not to impose a police crook on the throne, they won't hear. Soon he will be dethroned and banished to Benin. I see no reason why a Benin man should be made a king. I'm not interested in your story, waiting for the day you will throw Igbos into lagoon. All this man is saying is to derogate Oni of Ife and his superior. Nothing will change the superiority of Oni of Ife over you, the most irresponsible Oba Lagos has ever produced. Someone say history is power. Though concerned claims may not be happy with this, but for Benin Kingdom, they will be preparing for Omonile money by now with this unfolded truth by Obariwan Akiolu. Someone say Akiolu is a Yoruba name. It's now you can say Lagos is not Yoruba land. Do you know how many towns you pass through from Benin before you get to Lagos? You are saying nonsense. Even Benin is part of Lagos. The throne that you are now is for you. You better leave the post now before you disgrace yourself. So guys, a lot of people are not really agreeing with what the Oba said. They believe that he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like seriously, this is how people always learn every day. Tomorrow now, if your son come out and said he like to be the king, people may tell him that you are not a Yoruba because your father said it. You can carry Lagos to Benin Republic now, or you think you can never die again. And someone says here, the Oba is right. I heard and read this from books long ago, but Yorubas are too proud to admit this basic truth. Someone says, who is the author of the said book you read? Please stop parading yourself as Yoruba traditional ruler. Go and align with Benin Kingdom. But the first Oba of Lagos was from Benin. That's what somebody's saying here. Well, what do you expect from a policeman? Arrant nonsense. So, guys, I would like to hear from you because a lot of people are not really agreeing with the story or the submission of Oba concerning Lagos. That why Lagos does not belong to Yoruba. That's what he said. So, guys, let's hear your own. A lot of people have said have disagreed with the Oba. So, what do you think? Can you tell us the real story of the owner of Lagos, the real people who really own Lagos, since he says it's not Yoruba people? So, if you really know the history, please let us know in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.